not the most sick and shut-in retreat we have ever seen on mass. First of all, the whole season is giving sick and shut in, okay? Cameron on his sick bed, now Emily on her sick bed, Becca resting in her sick bed in the other room. Everybody is going through it down to the Denver, and it's just too much at this point. Let's wrap up the season. Anyway. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows, y'all. This video, we are talking about Lifetime's Married at First Sight Denver, Season 17, Episode 17, Crash and... No, it was Crash and Bond. Sorry, y'all. I was like, what was the title? My mind blanked. Anyway, y'all, before we get into it, please do not hesitate to click that thumbs up button, y'all. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this video where you like to share your content, I should say. And comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. I really would appreciate y'all's support. I just feel like sometimes the momentum of this channel is going slow. Sometimes it's going fast. So I'm just trying to stay encouraged, y'all. So I would appreciate y'all encouraging me with the subscribe and the like. All right. If you're not subscribed already, a lot of y'all already subscribed. So, you know, we ain't talking to y'all. We talking about the ones who are not subscribed. Okay. So anywho, let's get into this episode. We're not going to go in any particular order, rhyme or reason. We're just going to talk about the episode. Okay. So basically they start off where we left off. They start where they left off. With, you know, we know Emily got into that horrible crash. Thank God she's okay. Now, was it just me? Was anybody else found it weird that when she was laying in the hospital, she still had blood all over her and in her hair? I don't know. I thought they would have cleaned her up a little bit more than that. I mean, I guess they wouldn't wash her hair in the hospital, but I thought they would have wiped all that blood off her face. So I was like, what is that about? Anyway, Brennon said the branch, I guess, went under her helmet and gassed her pretty well, and if it would have went like any closer to her eye, you know, some major damage could have been done. And Lauren shared on the after party that any close, like it was like an inch from her eye, and if it would have hit it, she would have died. So thank God Emily is okay. You know, Emily feels like this is bringing her and Brennon closer. Brennon said, you know, he's gonna be there for her right now. He's holding her hand. He's by her side. She's thanking him for sitting there in the hospital with her all night long. They did call the other couples, well, they called Claire and Lauren and Austin and let them know what was going on. And so, you know, they gave Emily words of encouragement. We do see Chloe and Michael are packing for the trip because now they're finally coming on couples retreat. You know, they're trying to catch them up to the process, y'all. So, Michael was like, you know, he bringing his skirt to the retreat. And he's like, I bet you know, he's like, wouldn't it be crazy if one of the guys was wearing the same skirt? Chloe said she could bet all her Powerball winnings that nobody will be wearing that skirt, okay? I feel like at this point, Michael is trolling us because later on when he was talking about how he'll be like, you know, I'm going to wear your earrings, like, I feel like he's just doing it now just to, like, you know, play with us at this point. Like, it's really him, but now he's doing the most. Like, now, you know, producers must have told him to, like, you know, lean all the way into it, Michael, okay? And, you know, Michael, if that's you, okay? You can't wear mines, but that's you. Anyway, they get down to couples retreat. They're excited to spend time with the couples because they didn't really get to at the wedding. Chloe says she looks forward to spending time with the other ladies. Chloe's like, you know, she got her sweaters. Michael got all his skirts. She keeps taking like jabs at him, but he's a good sport about it. You can tell she don't like it and she don't like him and she's very uncomfortable. All right, so they get down to the retreat. Becca is sick and shut in because she got the stomach bug. So Austin says she got to be in the bed. The other couples, they're supposed to do like a party where they were gonna, I guess, do clothes swap, dress like your partner, but I guess everybody is sick and shut in, so they couldn't do it. So they told, you know, Michael and Chloe to get ready for dinner. And so they fill them in though when they first get there. They said, now Becca got the stomach bug, so she can't come out the room right now. She is sick. Emily did the ATV and she got in a bad accident, so she is in the hospital. But other than that, we having a good time on this retreat. And I said, if this is not the most sick and shut-in retreat we have ever seen on Mass. First of all, the whole season is giving sick and shut in, okay? Cameron on his sick bed. Now Emily on her sick bed. Becca resting in her sick bed in the other room. Everybody is going through it down to the Denver, and it's just too much at this point. Let's wrap up the season. Anyway, they get ready. They sit down for dinner. Lauren, you looked cute, girl, in your sweater dress. That black and white sweater dress. It looks like you got another pink one because you wore it on the after party with them white boots. Cute. I got me some white boots like that too, girl. So they sit down at the table and everyone's getting, to know each other. They're asking Michael and Chloe about the honeymoon, and Chloe says it's a fast-paced process and all that. And she said, because they talking about that party they were going to have, and she's like, well, we already swapping clothes. And she's like, yeah, Michael has my pearls and a pair of my earrings. And so Michael's like, oh, yeah, she wears my clothes, and we're all the way in it. Like, okay. So then Michael did ask the other couples, like, okay, so how are y'all doing? Like, what's going on with y'all? If you don't mind me asking. So I think Claire might have shared a little bit about Cameron. I can't remember. And so then Lauren, or no, I think Orion spoke up. Yes. So then Orion begins to say that, me and Lauren, we were only married for like 10 days and we had some, pretty high tense moments and things didn't work out. But, I want to, take this time to get on the same page and have some open communication. And then he's directing his speech to Lauren, like, I know I didn't bring this up before. I'm sorry, but I really do, want to make sure me and you are good and build a bridge again to having open communication and everything. So Lauren just sipped her wine because she ain't got time for this. And she said, she let us know again, Orion, he makes all these grand speeches in front of everybody in the group. But then he don't be talking to her or trying to do nothing with her off camera. Like, he full of BS. And we can see it, girl. You ain't even got to tell us. Orion be lying, okay? Orion be lying. So, we already know. So then, he was like, oh, are you going to speak? Are you going to answer? I'm speaking to you. Something like that. He said, and she's like, I'm just going to sip my wine. Yes, pay him dust. Orion, you can go back home in your green truck. No one's talking to you, and we don't want to hear it. Okay, goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. And speaking of Orion or Orion, as some of us like to say, and Lauren, let's talk about them again because they had a conversation, right? And they had 2 more conversations on this stupid retreat. So they had another conversation on the sofa. He's like, oh, can I borrow your ear real quick? Can I talk to you? And he was like, I don't know if I caught you off guard at the table when I said I wanted to build a bridge with you. He's like, but yeah, I want to, team up during, at this time. Like, I want us, now that we're divorced, to talk about what we went through and how we did it and all this stuff. I want us to build a team up and have these talks like that. And so he was like, I want to be able to do all that. And I was like, what? Like, are you serious? First of all, the reason y'all got divorced is really your fault. I mean, yeah, it takes 2 to tango, and Lauren played her part, but it's mainly your fault. Secondly, why you want to team up with her now? You just want to be able to talk and you want to spin the narrative. That's what you want to do. That's what you really want to do, Orion. So then she was like, well, first of all, I don't want to be a team with you during the divorce because you were not being a team with me during the marriage. So how you gonna now be a team with me now? Like, it don't even make sense. Like, trying to explain it on this video and this review don't even make sense. It makes no sense at all to me. Okay. Let me know what y'all think of that in the comments. I know y'all ain't here for it though. So then she was like, yeah, I'm not sure where I am with you right now. Part of me is not even sure I want a friendship with you. She's like, it's really a battle between my heart and my head because he's trying to be friends now. It's like, nobody want to be your friend online. So she's like, my head is like, girl, why you don't even need this? Like, this is some BS, which it is. She's like, but my heart is like, maybe I should do it. So she's like, I really don't know. And so then she basically like, you got to give me some time and space to think about all that because I really don't know. And it's something he asked if she needed, and she was like, to be honest with you, I don't know right now. Like, let me sleep on it. Like, I don't know. So then, and I was like, yeah, girl, don't even waste no time and no energy on him. Do not. And so then later on, we saw them have a conversation after everybody had a little group yoga, right? And so, they were kind of discussing it again, and then she was saying basically like she's not sure if she's interested in the friendship with him. He was like, can we try to, move forward in communication? He's like, can I reach out to you in a few days? She's like, no, I'll call you. Don't call me. I'll call you, basically was her answer. And I hope that Lauren just continues to play Orion does, because he's not even worth it. Like, again, go home, Orion. So anyway, I just want to get them out the way. So Emily and Brennon are, they in the hospital. They getting ready to go home. They talking about how they feel like, this situation brought them closer together. Brennan's telling Emily she was a warrior. She did so good. They're holding hands. And he asked her, does she want to go back to the house? She want to go back to the retreat or back home? She said she wants to go back to the retreat, see everybody, hug and all that. I would have back to my house, okay? But that's just me. Emily just want to be seen, though. But I'm glad she's okay. So then they went back to the house and they talked to everybody. And everybody was like, oh, my gosh, because the damage looked worse than what it was described, I guess, in person. And so Brennon, he took Emily to the room. Now, I wonder, did they share a room after that or not? Probably not. And, I'm glad Brennon is being there for her. Something about him still gives very disingenuine, And I don't think it's going to last. I think it's going to go on for a while. But then once she gets better, I think he's going to go back to the old Brennon. I don't think, he's going to change all of a sudden because of now. I really don't see that. Oh, yeah, and Orion said he wanted to have that conversation with Lauren after what happened with Emily. He valuing his relationships. Boy, bye. So, anyway, everybody's in the house. Becca couldn't do that with Austin because her stomach was hurt, okay? I guess the ladies are having like a spa night or something like that in their pajamas, and the men are playing poker. Michael and Brennon are being very competitive with each other. And so Brennan was saying, how him and Emily went through a lot, but he feels like this really brought them closer. Emily's feeling the same way. I feel like Emily about to milk this to get Brennan's attention. She really about to milk this. So anyway, Chloe is catching up Emily on everything with her and Michael, and she's saying they've really connected on their honeymoon. They got really deep, and this, process is really quick and everything, but she couldn't imagine doing it with anybody else besides Michael. He has such a good heart. He's an amazing person. She said as far as the physical chemistry goes, though, that's really hard for her because he's very, fashionable, and the way Michael is, that wearing her jewelry and stuff, she's not sure if she's physically attracted to him yet. So Lauren told her, what she does when there's an issue with her and her relationship. She just says something is triggering her right now. She can't put her finger on it, but she's being really triggered right now. She's going to have to revisit that. I don't know if that helps or does anything. I don't know, but okay, girl. So, Chloe took the advice. Now, the men are talking, and somehow Orion, Michael was talking about the whole skirt thing and the jewelry thing, and he was like, yeah, I'll tell her, I'm gonna put on your earrings. Yeah, what? And so then he's like, for real, dude, do you do it because you want to do it, or are you doing it to be funny? So then you could tell Brennan was like, no. And so he was like, well, for both, he's like, I'm not, yeah, I want to wear it for fashion, but I'm not I asked you 48 hours ago for those earrings. You ain't gave it to me. But you was hounding that lady for her earrings when Pastor Cal was coming to the house, Michael. I'm just saying. You was hounding her a little bit for them earrings, okay? And y'all supposed to meet with Pastor Cal. She was all about to give it to you after the meeting. Remember that? I'm just saying. So, yeah. So they're all, whatever. So then, I think by this time we get to the next morning when they're doing a yoga thing. Now, Lauren called in her yoga friends to do some yoga with the people. It's a black people, too. I said, look at these black folk up in these mountains doing yoga. Come through. So, not that black people can't do yoga, y'all. Don't get my comments saying that. I'm just being funny. So, anywho, they had him doing all the moves. Now, Austin was down there with his sandwich. He said, y'all ain't about to starve him. Becca and Emily sat on the sideline because, they both sick and injured. So, they was doing all the moves and all that. She said, you're going to open up your throat chakras. And this is the compassion pose and all that. Okay, so then she asked him about how can you show compassion. Brennan said he always tries to show compassion, and he does it by showing empathy and all this stuff. I was like, since when? I was like, who? And so then Lauren said, you know, she feels like showing compassion has to start with herself. She got to show herself compassion and empathy and grace and all that. Then she could show it to others. Then Orion said something after that about, you know, being open and all that. And who cares? All right. So then I think Becca was still sick and shut in, but she eventually got better. She's eating bread. Was she eating that bread in the bathroom, y'all? Anyway, so then I think at some point is when we saw them go to the I feel like I'm skipping a part, but child, nothing happened in this episode as usual. It was an okay episode though. They went to the obstacle course thing, right? I think that's what happened next. So they're doing like all the like trapeze things, and you gotta jump and land and do the rings and all that. I would do the rings, but I ain't doing nothing where I gotta fly up in the air because I am scared of heights, okay? So the girls, again, Emily and Becca, they just sat on the sidelines because they couldn't be doing all that. Now, Michael, he was real athletic. He was swinging through them rings like it was nothing. Claire was trying to do it, but she didn't make it all the way through. But he was like, I noticed he was like kind of pushing himself with his momentum to get through it. And he's using his core. Y'all know I like to say the word core. So I was like, go ahead, Michael. And so Chloe was liking that. She's like, that was kind of hot to her. That was turning her on. She's like, okay, you know, he got his feminine qualities, but he doing all this. He's very athletic. Yeah, Michael is very athletic. He's built well. He has a nice body. There's something about Michael I like though, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, but there's something about Michael I like. I wouldn't date him, but he has this like rocker sex appeal thing going. Is it just me? Anyway, I mean, he ain't my type, but I could see him pulling a lot of ladies. So, Chloe, you better go and get your man, girl. Speaking of Chloe, I know what we forgot. I was like, I know I'm missing a major part of this episode, y'all. Let me backtrack to when everybody first got there, or when Michael and Chloe first got there. I guess after the dinner, they played a game where they did confessions like Usher, right? So you write your confession, they put it in a little fishbowl. Somebody pulls it out and reads it, and then you got to guess who wrote it, right? So one of them was like, I kissed the donkey with open lips or something. That was Austin. He said he done some dumb stuff in his day. Somebody got used to wear an afro and dry their hair upside down. That was Michael. Everybody just figured it was Michael. I was like, why didn't they think it was Lauren? But whatever. And then one of them was like, they got a bowl cut and then they permed it. So Michael thought it was Chloe. She's like, what make you think I'm gonna get a bowl cut? And so it was actually Claire. Claire said this, her mama did it to her. They wanted to see the pictures. And then Chloe pulled her own. And then she's like, oh, I can't read my own, right? And they were like, no, go on and read it, girl. So she said she poured a cup of Jaeger bomb on the guy from Good Charlotte. I can't think of his name. And so they were like, what? Like, how were you even in a situation with that guy, right? And so she said she was at a house party, at NSYNC's house party, or a house party for NSYNC, and the cup, I guess, was in a paper cup. Everybody had a Jaeger, shot of Jaeger or whatever, and she didn't drink hers out of the way because she was stalling, and then the cup fell apart, and it just got all over the guy. And so everybody's like, wait, how are you even in this situation? So they were like, how'd you even end up, you know, at NSYNC's house party? And then she was like, I was 21 and full of hope, okay? And so she was talking about it on an after party. She's like, yeah, Jessica Simpson was there. She went to University of Tampa or Tampa Bay or something, Tampa, whatever Florida university was. And she was just in that party scene, you know, she's meeting all the celebrities. I said, let me find out Chloe was partying back in her day, okay? Michael was like, he did not expect all that from her. All right, so at the trapeze thing, you know, they were just talking about, Austin was talking about how he gonna step it up in a romance, sure. Becca and Emily and Brennon talking about what they went through and how they're excited to, well, Emily's excited to put it in the next week going forward. We gonna see, girl. And yeah, at some point Becca got better and her and Austin were talking, and he was like, yeah, you had your little stomach, you had the cold, you know, I'm glad you over the cold now. She's like, cold? He's like, whatever you had. She's like, you know, you sat on the side. You did good, though. You sat on the sidelines at the yoga, and you sat on the sidelines at the Jungle Gym event, though, so you did good. And when he was talking in that moment, I realize why he don't like that lady. It just clicked for me. Now, I also think he might be interested in some other things, and I'm not trying to insinuate nothing, but I think he might be interested in some like freaky things. Okay. Also, I think it's her being sickly and always needing to sit down, because she had to sit down at the honeymoon, and she couldn't get in the pool or the hot tub with him. I think from that moment on, he was turned off by her. I think that's what turned him off. And then her having her illnesses and stuff, I think he does not want to deal with all that. And that's why he would not have sex with her. I think that made him no longer sexually attracted to her, I think. So, because the way he was like, you sat in at the yoga, you sat in down to the jungle gym, you did good. Like, and he's always making those kind of comments to her too, if y'all notice. Because last week he said like, oh, you did good with the massage, you did good with this. Like she can barely do anything. And I think that's the turn off for him. Okay. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments though. He just don't like that lady. And I think they eventually got on the topic of sex and how, he ain't really doing nothing. And they were hoping to get it popping the last night, but he's tired of her bringing it up. And he's like, well, I'm going to put in the effort. And I said, I'm going to do this and that. She's like, yeah, those sound good words, sound good to say. But then you say that and you don't be doing nothing. So then he ended up like kind of gaslighting her, flipping it on her. He's like, oh, so now you don't believe me. I told you we going to do it. Like I told you I'm going to try to, you don't believe me. I was like, but you ain't showing her. Like what? And Lawrence on the after party that even when they make out, Becca said that he be pushing her off of him and stuff. But I'm like, but Becca, why are you still there if he doing all that? Like, I couldn't even kiss him and interact with him if he was doing all that. Like, oh, no. So, anywho, they did not enjoy their last night. And then the next morning they woke up. Becca said, he was still giving her the cold shoulder. And they thought even after that talk, or she thought even after that talk, they would still get it popping. But then they didn't. So then they decided to talk it out. And they hugged and made up, but he still ain't gonna have sex with that lady, y'all. And we see she gonna be crying in front of the experts next week. Child, looking a mess. Emily can't pack her bags because she heard. So what's the boy name? Brennon is helping her get all packed up and all that good stuff. Before that, next morning, we do see Michael and Chloe in the bathroom because Michael's in it soaking in the big tub. I thought Chloe was gonna get in with him, but I don't think she liked him like that. He said, I forgot what he said in there out of 10 or 15. I didn't understand what the numbers meant. But anyway, she said she was pretty impressed by him, his moves at the jungle gym, how well he did it. Because there's one slide thing where they had to like walk up it and get to the top or try to run up real fast. He did it like it was nothing. He pulled himself up there like it was nothing. I was like, okay, Michael. So she was like, I didn't know you had all that in you. He was like, to be honest, I didn't know I was going to be able to do all that too. He's like, I thought I was going to fall flat. And he was like, I had to show them young is what it was. So I'm thinking Chloe and Michael might be a little bit older than everybody else based on him saying that. I can tell Chloe definitely is a little bit older than everybody else, okay? So he was like, this is what we had to do after doing all that. That's why he said he got soaked in that tub because his body aching now. I know it. Stuff ain't like it used to be, y'all, right? Whew, I'm starting to get achy now, too. I'm like, no. Anywho, well, I'm trying to stay active. It's hard, though. And so then she was talking about like how the retreat went for him, and they were both surprised, or not surprised, but not surprised about how many of the couples are really going through it, the way they are. And, they're happy that their communication is at a good level because they noticed that's what's the issue for everybody else. Y'all don't come in here thinking y'all got it all together because y'all about to have y'all issues too. Okay, so far y'all just started and y'all doing good. Everybody thought they had it together till they didn't have it together. And then we did see everybody packing up and leaving. I think that was it, y'all. We found out other little details. Austin was kind of liking Michael's skirt, okay? Orion said Austin was drinking all night and singing to himself, okay? Austin said he there for a good time. He said, let's go do these trapezes so we can have fun and not be all sick and shut in. It's serious all the time. So anyway, that was pretty much it though, y'all. They left the house. They going home, thank God. When is decision day? Somebody let me know in the comments when the hell is decision day so we can wrap this season up because I am tired of reviewing the show. I just don't want to give up, okay? But y'all got a full-on, edited review tonight for this, okay? So anyway, y'all, we got some new things coming. We do got Love is Blind. Maybe I'll do that this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It was a 3-day weekend, so I can hopefully do all the Love is Blind this weekend, whatever they dropped so far. I don't know what episodes dropped. I haven't even looked at it. I didn't even have time, y'all. I know they dropped it on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all, too. Y'all got a Valentine? Because I didn't. But I'm okay with that. Me, myself, and I is my Valentine. Also, we got a new show. I'm going to check it out on Wii. Y'all let me know if y'all are watching Bold and Bougie. I'm about to check it out, y'all. So there is more to come. We're going to pick it back up, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.